Morning everyone, we're out early and what I've got today is, you've watched me unbox it and you've watched me build it. Today you're going to see me fly it. Roll the intro. Yeah, morning everyone, me and Cheryl were out early and what I got today is the maiden flight of the aligned Trex 500X. I'm nervous, I'm not going to talk too much, I'm very nervous, just don't know what to expect. I'm lucky that I've got other Trex Helis and with certain settings like gyro settings and things, I've gone with pretty much, you know, near enough what I've done on my Trex 470, so I hope it's going to be okay. She's all ready to go if Cheryl pans over. And what I'm going to do quickly is just run through some specs. So, just give me a second. Okay then, so as I said, it's Trex 500X. It's running a Microbeast Plus flybar system. It comes with an RCE BL80X brushless ESC, a 520MX brushless motor which is 1600 kV. It's got 3 DS530 cyclic servos, which, you know, they're quite nice, they run at 200 Hz, and a DS535 tail servo, which is quite fast actually. Well, it says here that it runs at 333 Hz, but when I looked on the Microbeast site for servos, they said that it was a little bit lower than that, so I said that I think it was 200 Hz. Okay, so let's just go over the size of the heli. So the length of the heli is 935mm, which is 36.5 inches. That's from the end of the tail boom to the tip of the nose. The main blade length is 470mm, which is 18.5 inches. The rotor diameter is 1 meter 54mm, that's 41.5 inches, and the tail rotor diameter is 290mm, which is just short of 9 inches. So yeah, they're the specs. So as I said, I'm really nervous. Now it's time to get on with the Maiden. I've done the building, I've done the setting up. One important thing, just quickly to go through with the setup. If you're building one of these helis and you're using the Microbeast, very important, when it ships, the Microbeast might be a version 5 and you've got a quick reference card inside, and that might be for like version 5. But when you update the firmware, which they always advise you to do, you might update the firmware to version 5.1, 5.2. Make sure that you download the manual, the correct manual, and the quick reference card as well. You can get a PDF and you can print them, because what I did was I was quickly going through my reference card just to check the things were set up correctly, and realised it was out of sequence and was like, duh, I remember now the instructions are different, so check and get the latest instructions. Okay, very important, I wanted to make a point of saying that. Okay then, here we go then. So we've set the timer for 4 minutes.
Throttle cut off.
Throttle cuts off.
Timer start.
Timer start. Okay. Well, straight away race is very powerful. The way she jumped up in the air then. I'm just going to take it steady. Obviously it's a maiden flight, so set that tail. Yeah, seems okay. Well guys, that's hands off there. So she's got a little bit of a right drift, so I can sort that out. Sounds to me that I might have the tail tension a little bit too tight, because when the tail's moving it's changing the tone of the motor, so
Yeah.
we'll have a look at that. So definitely don't think that's right. So she's flying okay, she's flying nice. Instead of just taking it easy because it's quite windy today. And the tail's pretty good.
What about drone now?
Yeah, I'm going to look into that now. What I'm doing is just step into that tail really. Get it down a second. So we've got a little bit of resonating going on there somewhere. Okay, what I've done now is just adjusted that
Throttle cut off.
tail tension a little bit, so see if that's made a difference now. It is quite windy today, so
Nothing too much.
better now, isn't it? Don't sound like it's slowing that motor down now. Okay then, so get it down.
Throttle cut on. Timer stopped. Timer cleared.
Okay then, a nervy helicopter maiden flight. Very, very nervous then. I could tell as I was pirouetting with the tail, I could hear it changing the tone of the motor. So I just in my head thought that that tail belt was too tight. So what I've done is I've slackened that tail belt off a little bit now, the tension and screws, and it sounded a lot better then. So okay, right, be back soon. Okay then, second flight with the Trex 500X. So
Throttle cut off. Timer start.
a little bit concerned about the resonating that's going on. As I said, you know, it is a bit breezy today, so so far, you know. Now I've sorted that tail out. Feels nice. You know, it sounds very different because it's got a different like belt drive system. Well, I'm just getting a feel for it, guys, you know, second flight just seems to be changing the pitch of that motor quite a bit, really. So just flicking through the stunt 1 and stunt 2 there. Just to very sensitive, very sensitive. So, but
It's
okay.
scary.
It's okay, flying nice. Okay, right, well, what can I say, still scary. Obviously I branched out a little bit, but I'm not gonna do anything really adventurous flying today, because what I want to do before I do any of that is get, you know, a little bit of trust in the helicopter. When you've been flying them for a few weeks and you know that they're good, then you start like pushing the boundaries. A couple of things that are concerning me really. I don't like the way I can hear that sort of like the tone of the engine changing when I'm turning the tail, but you know, that could be normal for this heli. And I'm a little bit concerned about, there's a little bit of resonating when the heli is spooling down, slowing down. Obviously I'm landing on the pad and it's not exactly sort of like level and things, but yeah, it's just having a little bit of a tendency to sort of like vibrate a little bit, so I'll have to have a look at that. I think it's okay generally. Feels okay, so Right, okay then. So, might have another flight, you never know. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.